Alright, so these are the last of my square books. And we'll probably do these and a few of the A4 books. And then we'll see. I really need to figure out where to put things. Let's put it here, okay. So, first up we have Jessica Palmer. This is the only Jessica Palmer book I have. I want all of her books. I love her line art. And this is the Entangled Forest. And I've started a bit on the nameplate. And I have done this fox. It's done with, I think it's watercolor as a base. And then it's pencils, probably Polychromos on top. And the fine liners as well. And some glitter gel pen. And I love how this turned out. I mean, I just love this line art. And next up I have done, I think I've written some quotes as well. I just love this. It's on my book of books I want to love, give more love to. And then this owl. I added in this black background because I thought it was a bit empty when I was finished. This I know is Inkten Space. And then again, pencils on top and some fine liners. For some, I know, I've like chosen out some of the patterns and done them in fine liner. And then it's also glitter gel pen again. I really love doing these trees, you know, in purples and blues. For some reason, that's a thing I love. Then we have, I think that's mainly it. I have a few whips. Here's one of them. This is just water-based marker. I love these owls. I think, is it Chris Cheng or Shirley XY who's done this one? Lovely, lovely. This is Pop Manga by Camilla Derico. And I have done quite a few in here. And again, I think this first pile here I've shown quite recently for my neglected pages video or neglected book video. So this is another one I want to color more in. Yeah, I've started a bit here with just kind of mindless water-based marker. I've started her. Then I have finished this one. And this was, I think the background is Pan Pastel. And then they are based with water-based markers. And that's the main reason why they got scales on their skin. So I based it with water-based markers, but this paper really made it I got darker splotches with the marker. So I just went with it and actually colored over it. And the scale effect is done by darkening it up with pencil, the area, and then making small dots or even small scale-like U's with a fine liner. And probably with pencil as well. And I really like this page. Then I have this one. This is just pencil work. Kinda oldie, but I still like it. You know, I like this. I like colorings in different styles, and I like my old style as well. I even return to it sometimes, so you know. Jack of all trade, master of none. This one is based with alcohol markers because I don't care about these pages. This is one of the books I've been wondering if I want to take it apart or not. But I think I got it in my life after I felt the need to tear books apart when I didn't like every single page of them. So, you know. But yeah, this one I was really proud of when I did it. And I still, I mean, it's fun. But I would have done the fur a bit more. More layers, especially with fur. I really like how this one turned out. This is again just Polychromos. No markers anywhere. I can do that as well. It's just not that takes a while. Yeah, I really like her. And then we have this one. This is water-based markers, probably diluted with water. Oh, I didn't have any bleed through. Okay, I have a memory of it bleeding through, but apparently not. But yeah, almost finished. Just a few more things to do. I really like this. The line art, like I like the contrast between the cutesy and the kind of horror-y vibe, or not horror, it's just yeah, like the contrast, for example, with her also with the cutesy and innocent, and then harsh metal. I like that. It's just wonderful. I think that's that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, right. I should put this over here. Next up we have Elves in Wonderland, another one from my neglected list. And here I color with water-based markers for the most part. So I started this one. I don't like the text, but hey, it's fine. I love these designs that they are so... they have personalities, these little elves. Oh yeah, and this is by Marcos Chin, and it's Elves in Wonderland. And I would like the other books as well. He has like Mermaids in Wonderland and Fairies and so on. So let's see, what more have I done in the book? I know I've taken some pages out. I'll show them in a minute. I've been planning to do this one for New Year. I've been planning to do that for like 3 different years. But I'll maybe, you know, telling you this on camera, maybe I'll do it this year. So to 2023, if we... I almost said if we live to see it, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah, and I have some finishes also in my folder. Here we go. It's ginormous. Oh, I can open it without disturbing the camera. That's good. Here we go. So I have these two carrying, I guess, a pumpkin. This is water-based markers with pencils on top. And then I have these fairies coloring the summer leaves in autumn colors. So bringing autumn. I really like that. That was for a color along. And lastly, I have this one, and this was just a mindless coloring. I remember it was in exam week. So yeah, water-based markers. I really like doing the outline of the leaves in a lighter color, and then the inside with the darker one. For some reason, I like that. And yeah, really fun images. Next up we have Fantastic Zoo, another one from my... yeah, I'll stop saying that. I think almost all my square books are from that pile. Here I have the polar bear that I've later realized should be a normal bear, a brown bear, because there is an actual polar bear in here. And I knew when I colored it that it didn't look like a polar bear, because polar bears have, you know, these really distinct narrow heads. But I wanted these pale colors, and I didn't check if there was a real polar bear inside, so yeah. But still, I like it anyway. I like the colors. And I like this. I really love these designs. And it's really relaxing to do the mandala parts in fine liner. And then this one is not finished, obviously. It's a forever whip. It's been like this since I got the book, which is, I think it's one of the first books I got. And you see it's quite old. It's falling apart a bit. But not really. I mean, it's sewn together, so that's nice. Here I've done just the mandala parts. Need to do the rest of him. I started with the orangutan. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, my lemurs, I really like this. They're done with fine liners. like the designs again, shaded in a bit with pencils, and the background is with pan pastel and pencils. And then we have, oh yeah, My Flamingos. I really like this as well. It's really pale pink colors in the background. I think the camera isn't really catching it up. Maybe I'll show it a bit better in editing, we'll see. But yeah, again, the designs are really pretty. I really like this. And there's small houses on the top. They're so small. It's ridiculous. This is one of my flops. I really don't like this. And this is maybe the reason why this book right now hasn't gotten that much love. Because I am like that if I have a flop in a book, that sort of lowers my love for that book for a while, but then I return to it, hope maybe I fix the flop or something, and then I love it more again. And also the opposite is true. If I color a lot of pages in a book that I like a lot, then I love the book more also. So yeah. Yeah, then we have the whale. And this was for a whale color along, I think, or a fish color along or something. But yeah, it's done again. Fine liners, and then pan pastel. And then we have this page. Again, same methodology. It's quite cute. I know there's a book 2 too, and I've been eyeing it, but I feel like I need to give this book more love before I buy that one. Next up we have my Lizzie Mary Cullen books. Again, these need more love from me, and I love Peter Hewitt's images in these books, so yeah. So if you want to do a body color from this one, not this month and maybe not next one, but maybe later, yeah, let me know. This one is, I think it's my only finish. Yeah, I have a Wakeboard 2 as well. But this is my only finish. I know it says the red house. Yeah, and my houses aren't red, but I'm not following in the instructions. And I'm not going to look up the houses either. I'm just going to do my thing. And yeah, it's quite muted colors. Yeah, so that's maybe the main issue I have with this, stepping outside my comfort zone by doing more wild colors for houses. For some reason I want to do grey houses a lot. There's a recent finish I did with more orangey walls, but yeah. This one is the other one I've started. I think it's Soho. I can't find the title right now, but yeah, and I really like it. I don't like my start, but I like the image. I mean, I love the line art. That's the whole reason why I bought not one but 2 of Lizzie Mary Cullen's books. But yeah, you don't really know. Don't know how to continue, don't know if I like that start enough or if I want to smooth it out with pencils. I don't know. I should probably just, you know, I just these are hard books for me. People say they're relaxing, but I don't get it. Yeah, this one is a start as well. The hang up I have here, so okay, this is water-based markers in the yellow. The other ones are based with Inktense and then pencils on top on both the marker and the Inktense. And what I'm like hung up over here, because this is almost finished. I mean, come on, it's so close to finished, but I can't figure out in my head what colors I want the last parts to be. Now, what the most obvious choices are to make, you know, the flame yellow, the candelier. Is that the candelier? No, it's something else. This part. To make that golden, make these leaves green, make this flower red, right? And maybe that's what I'll go with. But I'm feeling like this wisp of smoke or whatever is a bit lonely. If it's the only white thing. I mean, I know there's white dots as well, and maybe this white part and this candle will be white. I'm also feeling like this yellow of the flame will just disappear into these yellow swirls I have got going. Making the leaves green here will make it a lot of green, more green than red on the page then suddenly. And not sure I like that. Maybe I should do those leaves red instead. I think that would actually be better. So maybe do that red, and maybe even this lily or whatever this is red, or maybe keep it white. No, I think red, and then have these two in white. And then what to do with the flame though? Maybe yellow is the way to go anyway. Yeah, so you see my planning in progress. But yeah, so I'm still not quite, but I'm thinking red on these two maybe. We'll see. Maybe I can do that despite it not being Christmas. I've colored in the small Christmas, the Santas here. I haven't colored them in every other page. I love this page a lot. And I love coloring with Elena's version. And you should follow her and give her likes. But yeah. No, I'm not telling you what to do. Do what you want. I've marked, oh yeah, I marked the Santa. I wanted to do him this Christmas. I didn't. Here's my only finish in this book. It's a double page spread. Hooray. And it took ages. I think hooray. It's Inktense. There's some... oh yeah, these were Lyra crayons in the background. And fine liners in some of the patterns. Same here. A base with either Inktense, yeah, I think it's Inktense base, and then fine liners in the patterns. And you see again what's a bit boring. I mean, I like it, okay, but I think that it could have been. And I think for this image it works. I probably chose the colors in that way because I chose them like this. But you see the buildings, they're you know, boring and gray. But yeah. But my Santa has some glowing on his hat. Oh, and there's I think there's Wink of Stella like all over the place. And you know, it's smeared out because Wink of Stella does that. Yeah. And I kind of like, you know, having a bit of green here and then matched with a bit of green there. I don't know, balances it out or something maybe. Oh, and a bit of green there, yeah. So like, you know, having somehow matching it up a little bit, even if it's not exactly the same colors. We have this one. I've started it. I think I showed this recently. The reason why I haven't, oh, I think I changed the designs a bit. I think I added these lines here. And then I've again thought about a bit of having a bit of blue here and a bit of blue there. I think that might be another thing that I the reason why I struggle with Lizzie Mary Cullen's pictures is that I want to that I like my brain is trying to pick apart and plan out where to put the colors, and it's maybe that's the wrong way to approach her pictures. Maybe I should just, you know, just do it. But somehow I feel like, because, you know, there are things that I want to give attention to. So I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's a hard book for me. But yeah, the reason why I'm hung up on this one is the leaves. They're done with metallic paint, and I don't like the way how scratchy they look. I tried, you see, I tried to do like a shading effect, but what I should have done, I think, is to do a layer with Inktense underneath and then go over with metallic paint. And that would have made it more, you wouldn't see this white of the paper underneath. But you know what? I think that when the background is colored in behind, and if I don't leave it white, that white in the leaves might actually make the leaves pop more. So yeah, and the only reason I even I mean, yeah, it probably helps a lot that it's been like maybe 3 or 4 years since I did this, so I've got more distance from the picture and I can like see stuff like that. That it will probably be fine if I have a dark background. Yeah, I don't know what the plan was, but that's probably the solution. What does that mean though? Does that mean I want... Probably, yeah, I want this white. Okay, I'll stop planning. But I love these designs, even though they're hard. Yeah, that's it. Next up we have Beauty of Horror by Alan Robert. This is my only one of his I got. And the third book, Haunted Playgrounds. And I got it because, again, I think I love the contrast between the horror and the really bright colors that the playgrounds call for. So you see these clowns, you know, in colorful colors, and then they're actually zombies. I like that contrast. This one has been a work in progress for a few years. Not that many though. I think I started it not this Halloween, but last one. So the Halloween before the last one. Yeah, sometimes a few years ago, but not that long ago. And I continued on it a bit this Halloween. I sort of drew in these shadows on my own. Don't know if it's realistic, but kind of thinking of the light going in from like a painted window. So like if it's a yellow window, then you'll have yellow light, and then it'll be a bit more darker orange under in a shadow of a car. And then this purple is weird, but hey, we'll see. This is just a watermarker base right now, and I plan to go over it with Inktense and or Polychromos. I have done this one, which I really like. It has some glitter gel pen in the banner, mostly I think. Yeah, probably just in the banner. And yeah, Inktense, water-based markers and Polychromos. And a lot of fun. I really like that. I was thinking about the bone structure of this dog is totally wrong. I really don't think they have... No, there's no way they have like shoulders like that. But you know what? Maybe it's a mutated dog. So yeah. I've started on this one. This is just water-based markers. Oh, and there's some shading in it as well. Let's see, what's that? Oh, it's shading with fine liners. It's not even pencils. And I've started that one as well. And you see, this is just kind of, you know, when I'm in a mindless mood, I might color in a background like that, and that gives me satisfaction. I've done this one, again, water-based markers with pencils on top. Don't really like it, but it's fine. I mean, no, that's wrong. I'm kind of deliberately choosing colors that are weird together because I want that weird playground vibe. But that means that I don't really love the end product, but I like the atmosphere it's sort of giving off, if you get what I mean. Because I don't really want these to be super realistic also. So yeah, this one I like a lot though. And this is colored with, again, water-based markers and pencils on top. And the white parts are actually shaded in with a bit of pencils as well, although you might not see it on camera. Yeah, and I like adding in the shadow. Hooray! He's not floating out in outer space. Yeah, this one I colored recently, just a few, a month ago maybe, in the beginning of February. It was an old WIP. It has some gel pen in the background, and it has water-based markers, Inktense, and Polychromos again. This one is an old finish, and I love it. One of the first ones I did. Yeah, and it's yeah, again, water-based markers and pencils on top. And you can see I have a blue stripe theme and a pink stripe theme. Another attempt to like keep it a bit cohesive, and then, you know, the orange and the yellow sort of bring it together, and the gray, and then I have these two like an extra weird thing. I seem to have some transfer there. That's fine, I'll just erase it. Then we have, okay, I've started this one. This was kind of mindless. This has a lot of gel pen. Yes, Sergey. A lot of glitter gel pen. There you go. Yes. And then we have, no, that's that. Yep. So that's that for Alan Robert. Love that book. Then we have the Mouse Guard, another one of my most loved books that needs more love. This one has was done with water-based markers, Polychromos, and maybe a bit of Inktense. Don't really like how dark it is, but it's really cool on camera though. This is Inktense and Polychromos on top. I really like this one actually. Okay, don't bring down the whole house, Sergey. Yeah, anyway, this has been on my to-be color for a few years. So a few years ago, I showed this book to my Sambo, and he was like, this picture you need to color for me. And I still haven't, because I've got a bit of, yeah, I'm a bit intimidated. And I want to do it justice. And I've seen Didi Willingham's version also, especially. I think it's playing around in my head. And I think she has this really cool rainy background. And but I'm thinking maybe, again, of going for the contrast. So, you know, maybe doing a sunset. Really beautiful sunset background. And then this really dark imagery. And he's so sick of life. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Anyway, then we have... I've done this one is an oldie, Inktense and Polychromos on top again, and I didn't know how to interpret that, so I did it into bandages, and I like this grey background. Yeah, I tried to give him a bit of fur. I'm not an expert of fur, but I'm not really afraid of it either. Inktense and Polychromos again. I love using that in this book. Just, I don't know, the colors sort of work. This one is recent. This one was done in last month. And yeah, again, Inktense and Polychromos. Yeah, this one is probably the reason why I have been avoiding this book for a bit. And I love how it turned out, don't get me wrong. I really like the colors, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and it has some shimmer and all that goodness. But I used too much water, and this was done with watercolor base. And it crinkled the paper quite severely. There. And I tried to iron it, which actually made it worse because this crease got worse. Now maybe it's because I'm bad at ironing things. I'm not saying, could be, but I think it's just that it was too damaged. You couldn't do anything about it. And also, like, if the whole page was wet, that maybe would have, you know, distributed the crinkling a bit better. But since it was only this area here that I've used watercolors on, and I haven't used it on the frame, I think that's what made this issue. So yeah, but it's fine. I think as soon as I color this page and this page and this page, I will be all right. And it's not as if I mean, I just colored a page last month, you know, so it's not as if I'm abandoning this book, but it's still a bit of a pity. And also because normally I would have covered this frame then with I don't know, black acrylic or something, you know, covered it with gold paint. Might work actually. But the fact that this picture here is in the same size makes me then want to spread out that frame to this page, but I like these things going out of the frame, and they're, you know, it's complicated. I haven't really found a solution for covering the frame, but maybe like making a gold frame could work. I would need to find some opaque gold paint though. Same thing here though, because of that crease it's on this page too. But this frame could be in black, I think. Yeah, this one is started, and this is some green acrylic pen, not Posca, but another one. I've started a bit on the bird, that's probably not even quite visible, but that's just polychromos on the bird. Oh yeah, I think I had some bleed through as well, so that's probably why I started it. Oh yeah, and that's why I did that opaque background. I've almost forgotten, you know. I really like this one. I mean, I loved all these images, but I like that one especially. Yeah, this one is another one I've done. Again, Inktense and polychromos. Like that a lot. It's a lot of fun. And then we have, I know I have one more. There we go. We have my snake killer. It's a bit of a depressing page. I mean, these are quite brutal, these images, you know, with a war between the squirrels and the chipmunks here, and yeah, but in this the mouse killing the mother snake, but yeah, I really like how this turned out. I like the red background. I like that I chose to do a red background also, because I was like weighing against it. And then you see I use the same orange in the eye there, like that as well. So yeah, and again I try to do a bit of fur on the mouse. Yeah, I don't know how visible it is, and again I don't want to refocus. Oh, there's another one, I forgot that one. This is kind of recent. I think I finished it in maybe November, and I wasn't sure if the owl was finished, but I think I've decided it is. It's going to be that white. Yeah. Because I like that the mouse is the only red thing popping out, and then the yellow of the owl is sort of, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It was a whip forever, or not forever ever. It, you know, I call forever whips that, you know, have been for years and years, and I don't even know exactly what I want to touch up on them, or you know, if I have like one thing left of them. Or stuff like that. So I might have whips that are old, but I wouldn't classify as forever whips. Yeah, it's arbitrary. Here I have actually quite a few finishes, but I have them in my folder. Yeah, this is an actual forever whip because yeah, because it just is, okay. It's been like this forever, and I really want to finish it, and it's just not happening. But all I did, this is gouache, and I just need to, you know, use more gouache on the rest of the black background. I really like how it's going, which is another reason maybe that I'm a bit blocked, because I like these pale colors of the flowers. And I'm a bit afraid that, I don't know what Sergey is doing in the background, don't mind him, but I'm a bit afraid that I will want to darken them up more. And yeah, But I like how she's turning out, and yeah, it will be nice when it's finished, I think. Oh yeah, and you see I did try to switch to alcohol marker, because, you know, taking the pens out or the gouache paints out is a bit of a hassle sometimes. This one is a whip, which I don't really like how it's going, but it will be fine in the end, I think. It's all sorts of things. There's some alcohol markers, you can see. There's some there's some water-based media here, like Inktense and maybe watercolors. There's some water-based marker dotting, I see. I'm not sure if I want the mushrooms to be a darker color. And the birds obviously need to be colored. And I think the glow around her needs to be touched up. Because right now it looks like the sky has got blemishes. We'll see. This one is work in progress. This one is also forever work in progress. It's Polychromos, and yeah, going for this kind of muted style, and I want to finish that. You can see here where I've pulled out a page that was smearing here, and the reason why I've pulled out pages from this book is I've only pulled out the finishes, and I felt like I got a bit of anxiety over not finishing books, and then I felt better with like putting all my finishes in a folder, and like I could flip through the whole folder and be like, yeah, I've done a few. I mean, I've colored a lot, even if it's not all in one book. I could still get the satisfaction of seeing all my work, so that made me happy. And I don't have that issue anymore, you know, so, you know, it comes and goes, and it's fine. Whatever floats your boat. This is a whip that I don't like how it's going. It will probably be fine in the end, but I don't like how many colors I've got going there. I don't really know. And I probably don't like these colors also on the green wines. But we'll see. It will probably be fine in the end. I'll find a way to make it work. Then we have... Let's see, yeah, okay, we have these birdies. It's almost finished. Oh, and this background was, you know, studying catastrophe. There's a lot of different things here. Oh yeah, markers were running out, and because this paper is really thirsty, it just drinks in, or no, it just... You see, this is alcohol marker, and the fact that it's bleeding through that little, it's not just that the marker is dry, it's also that the paper is just... I don't know what it's doing with the marker, it's just making it disappear. That's the feeling I get. And I've heard other people struggle with this paper as well, with water-based media. So, you know, water-based markers, water-based, or doing acrylic, like aquarelle in here is also like challenging. Speaking of, this is a Lyra crayon background. I kind of like how it's going. I think it's it reminds me a bit of V style again, her colors, or maybe not. I don't know exactly. It's reminding me of someone. But yeah, I really like how that is going. And yeah, so those were in the book, and then I have the finishes in my folder. My stacks are growing really tall over here. Let's hope they don't collapse. Okay, so we have this one, which I like a lot. This is Pan Pastel in the background and pencils on top. And I think, yeah, the rest is also Pan Pastel as a base. And a lot of fun. I should do that more often. Maybe especially on this paper, which doesn't really like water-based things. This one is also one of my favorites. Oh no, it's fine. I think I realized afterwards that these are Ariel's colors, you know, with the green and the red hair. But then again, you know, green and red are contrast colors, so it's not that odd that I went for those. But yeah. Pan Pastel in the background again with pencils on top. No, maybe. It's wrinkly, I can feel that. So, oh yeah, and look at that. There's a lot of... Should I put... Yeah, I'll bring it out. It actually has stickles. I'd forgotten that. Look at that. There's stickles there. There we go. Yeah, okay, no alcohol markers at least. It's yeah, the stickers are probably because because of the texture in the background, you know. If it's got stickles, then it's fine. But yeah, I kind of like that one. I think it's grown on me afterwards. There we go. It probably has some fine liners in the flowers. This one I'm not that big of a fan of. I had an idea. That's how it usually goes, right? Oh yeah, the background is done with a billion dots. I don't know if I don't dare focus, but a lot of dots at least. And yeah, that's water-based markers. You see here I've gone over the water-based markers with some water as well. Yeah, I think I remember this was a bit of a struggle. And it has pencils as well, I'm sure. And I like the birds. And I like the flowers. I don't like the color of the pillows. Should have gone for another color. It's stealing away attention from the birds. And I'm not sure I like her either. Although she does remind me of a Swedish Christmas cartoon. The colors of it reminds me of the Swedish Christmas cartoon with all the presents. I don't know which one. I don't know what it's called. All the Swedes are screaming at me. But yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a weird tradition here in Sweden that they watch. Not we. They watch like old Disney runs that were run on Swedish TV since a lot of time back, and they still keep it as a tradition. Yeah. Anyway. But that cartoon is not a Disney cartoon, it's just a part of those runs that are done at Christmas. This one is done with oil pastels in the background. But then after applying them, and you know, making sure that I liked it, I rubbed off the excess, the excess wax. And I really like how it turned out. And I tried doing that on another page, but it tore. And that's the only page I've torn out. Luckily, it was the title page in this book, in the Fairies in Dreamland. And there's a repetition of that page, so it's fine. This is done with, the cushions are some fine liners, some water-based markers and pencils on top. The background is, as I said, oil pastel. I really like these colors. I like the glowing effect I've got going on her. And yeah, I really like that one. Here we go. This one I also like. This one is the duplicate page of the page I tore out, so, you know, it's fine. Pan pastel and pencils on top. Yes. I think it's nothing else. I need to do that more. I moved away from my pan pastels when I fell in love with my Inktense, I think. This one is the first picture I colored in this book, and I'm going to take it out because this is one of my absolute favorite finishes, maybe ever. So, you know, some of my old finishes are still at my personal top. Gouache. Yeah, this has a everything. But okay, gouache as a base in the background, green gouache. And then it was textured, oddly. So I went over it with, I think it's oil pastel, yeah. Oil pastel, you know, swirled around to do that effect. And then no alcohol markers. I think there are markers though, water-based markers probably, in as a base for both the greenery and the cushions. And Polychromos. And I really like her. I like her so much. I mean, all the fairies are really skinny. Oh no, what's this? Come on, you can do this for a few more minutes. Be my pal here. Come on. I need to photograph my camera setup, and you will laugh. Okay, that's how we were going to do it now. Where's the focus even? There we go. But yeah, so oh yeah, all the fairies are really skinny, almost like anorectically skinny. It's sort of making me a bit concerned. But then again, you know, they are fairies, and they need to be able to fly on their like butterfly wings. They probably have hollow bones like birds, if they even have bones. So yeah. So that's my reasoning behind why it's fine. But that one is really cute. I like that one a lot. Next up we have this one, and I won't take it out, but it's just, or will I have to, because the autofocus. Why is everything so hard? And you know, it's Friday evening, so I'm kind of tired. So that's how it goes. But yeah. Lyra Lyra water-soluble crayons. Not sure I like that weird little cloud there, but you know, as a whole I like it. And there's water-based markers in the cushions to make them really pop. There's some water-based markers in the flowers as well. And oh, and there's some alcohol markers as well. I think that might be it. Or are there? Oh, there are more. Of course there are. Okay, and then that's it. Here we have another one done with just. Okay, I'll take them out. It's fine. This one is done with just Polychromos. I really like how it turned out. Yeah. Reminds me a bit of the Coloring Kid. Don't know why. Her colors. As I said, my style is all over the place, so you know. Then we have this one. This one was, in my mind, a flop for a long time, but it's growing on me. What I didn't like was this background. But you know, I tried doing a thing, and it's fine. Probably what I shouldn't have done is make. I can fix that. I think I shouldn't have made them. Tried to make them glow. I wanted to make it like each flower could have a fairy on them, but I think like this yellow behind here is probably doesn't look like it's coming from the fairy. It looks like it's coming from a sunset. Sergey is jumping around again. It looks like it's coming from a sunset, and it's unreasonable for each flower to have a sunset. But then again, you know, I don't know. It's fine. I like her anyway. Yeah, I think it's mostly pen pastel and pencils on top. There's probably some fine liners as well. All right. Okay. I'll take the last big book now as well. And that is this one. Mademoiselle Osso. Yeah, Wasso maybe. Yeah. It was a long time since I took French. I've studied it for like 7 years in school, so I should know more than I do. This book is really big, really, really big, but it has some beautiful line art. Sergey, yes, hello, hi, hey, how's it going? No, you can't step on the book when it's not lying flat. I mean, come on, have some respect. Yeah, it has this really special line art. Look at that, it's so cool. And a few pictures here. I've done, I think, 2. This one is so cute. Of course, it has a cat, you know, it's then you know I like it. This one is also really special. Yeah, the paper is really good, so you know, it's a nice book. No idea where to buy it, and I've finished 2 pages from that one. And just to show you maybe how big it is, it's there we go. Here's that book, and here's Alan Robert, Beauty of Horror, which you know is the same size as the Johanna Basford book. So it's maybe the same width, but then it's a lot higher, like a decimeter. Yeah, and the 2 pages I've done are both done kind of in a messy style. Yes, Sergey is judging me. This one is done with gouache and pencils and Posca, and I don't really like how it turned out, even though it's fine. Okay, I'll need to put it like this, sorry. Even though it's fine, I wish I would have done her dress and hat in other colors. But it's fine. It's all right. And then I have another one which was actually a lot of fun. I just really went crazy with oil pastels. It's this one. It's really colorful. Do we think? No, it's impossible to do this in frame. But yeah, it's really kind of just scribbled, you know. And you see, it's quite messy. I like that though. It was really hard to come up with good color combos for the clothing. And for a while there I was a bit bothered by everything being so brown. But you know, I like brown, so it's fine. I kind of wish I would have gone for another color of her hair, because this was kind of grayscaled. And if I would have done it in a darker color, it probably would look better in these areas, because right now the gray is shining through it just a little bit. But it's fine. I like it anyway. So yeah, that's my 2 more my only really big size book or odd size book. And yeah, that's it for this part. I'll go on with my my A4 books next time. So yeah, see you.